Yo, what's up? It's Skillshot4 here. I know it's been a hot second since I dropped the video. Life has been crazy, a lot of crazy things going on, but I'm back and I'm here to give you that oh so good content. So today, my man, we are going to be talking about why you aren't getting better at Valorant. Why do you still suck at Valorant? Now, I know a lot of you can relate to this. You know, you may practice Valorant every day. You may be doing all the necessary training. You may be watching all the right videos, skill shot videos, but you're just not getting any better. And today we're going to delve into that and we're going to figure out why you're not getting better and what you need to do to start improving. Now, I know it can be super frustrating when you're spending all this time training and you spend all this time trying to get better and you just can't. And I'm here to tell you that it's not that you're not spending enough time, and it's not that you're not trying hard enough. The problem is you're not improving on things that you need to improve on. Now, I know that seems obvious. It's like, duh, yeah, of course I'm not improving. That's why I clicked on your video, stupid. Nah, but here's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's say every day you go in and you warm up, okay, and you start shooting at the bots and you do your whole little practice and whatever, your aim training, okay, and you do that every day consistently, and then you just reach this point where you feel like your aim isn't improving anymore. Why is that? It's probably just because you suck at the game and should stop playing. Just kidding. No, think about it this way. Let's say you're really into weightlifting, okay? And you're weightlifting every single day. And you keep getting better and then you stop. You stop building muscle, you stop improving. Well, the reason you stop improving is because you're lifting the same exact weight every single day and you're doing the same exact exercises. You're not going to improve if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's the same thing in Valorant. If you're not consistently practicing your weakest points, then you're not going to get better. So every time you train, every time you warm up, every time you try to improve, you should be targeting your weakest areas. Now, how are you supposed to know what your weakest areas are? Sometimes you're blind to that. Sometimes you're just going to keep losing and you don't know why you're losing and you don't know why you can't fix it. And to that, I would say the best way to figure out why you're not improving is to either A, record yourself and watch your gameplay, which is the best option because you can see firsthand what you're doing wrong and you can normally remember what you were thinking and how you were thinking about a particular situation incorrectly. Or number two, play with friends and ask them why you suck. Believe me, most of your friends will be more than happy to tell you why you're bad at the game. Then once you know which areas you have to improve on, then you can focus on improving in those areas. For instance, let's say that I keep losing and I record my game and I notice that I'm peeking out way too wide. And every time I peek out that wide, I die because I don't have any cover. And I ask my friends, I'm like, hey, am I peeking out too wide? And they're like, yeah, you're stupid. You're peeking out too wide and you die every single time. Now I know that's what I have to fix. Now that you know what your weakness is, you're going to be specifically training to improve at that particular weakness. So let's say again that your weakness is peeking. That means you should go into the range and you should practice peeking out of a corner and hitting the enemy. Or you should go in the server with your friends and just practice peeking them and trying to improve at that. And then when you're playing in game, maybe you're warming up playing deathmatch or you're playing in unrated or whatever, you should be thinking about that and have that go in your mind. Be thinking constantly, okay, I need to improve at peeking. So every time I'm going to peek an angle, I'm going to focus on doing it better. I'm going to peek it a little bit tighter. I'm going to make sure I'm not peeking as wide. I'm going to know my perspective to know that I'm peeking it correctly. Always have that at the forefront of your mind when you're training, and then eventually that weakness will become strength. You can watch all the tips and trick videos in the world that you want, and it's not going to make you a better player. What makes you a better player is improving your personal weaknesses. Everyone has different weaknesses, and you just need to learn to combat those weaknesses and become stronger in those key specific areas. And that's really the key to becoming a great player. It's just improving on the things that you're not good at. It sounds pretty simple, but you'd be surprised how many people don't do that. that's why people plateau. That's why you stop improving. That's why you think you're not getting any better. It's because you're not taking an objective look at your game and figuring out what aspects of your game need improvement. You're just doing the same thing you've always been doing, and that's not going to help you get any better. Alright, now that I've said all that, let me give you kind of a quick brief review, that way it's really cemented in your mind. If you're plateauing and you're not improving, it's because you're doing the same thing over and over again. And what you need to be doing is improving on the weakest aspects of your gameplay. So to identify the weakest aspects of your gameplay, you need to watch yourself recorded to see what you're doing wrong and why you're losing. And you also need to ask those you play with for feedback and have them tell you what you need to work on and what they see you lacking. So if there's a particular area that you're not very good in, they will be sure to tell you and can work on that. Then once you know what you're doing wrong, you just do training specifically to improve in those areas. And you focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to focus on multiple things at a time. Like if you need to focus on peeking and maybe your aim's not that great, you need to improve your aim, or you need to work on utility usage, try to focus on one thing at a time. That way you don't forget about it. And then once you've fixed that one problem, move on to the next problem. And then from there on, you're going to be able to get rid of any weaknesses in your game. And then once you have all those weaknesses covered, you're going to start seeing an improvement. And if you continue to do this, every time you play the game, finding those weaknesses and then training to improve those weaknesses, you're going to be a phenomenal player. And it's going to help you to avoid that plateau, and it's going to help you to continue to improve. Alright, and that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any phenomenal video ideas, or if there's anything you want me to talk about, just leave it in the comments below. I'm always looking for new videos to do, and I would love some suggestions. Also, if this was helpful to you, feel free to like and give me a subscribe. It would really help me out. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.